Hi everyone, I'm Bruce Beck. NJIT is the stunning success story in the NCAA Division I lacrosse season. Heck, it's a story for the ages. This is a program which began in 2015. The team won only 10 games in their first 9 years of existence. This year, they're 7-0, the best record in the nation. At one point, they had no conference affiliation and no home field. Now they're making magic. From underdog to unbelievable. This is the 2024 Highlanders. From 2015, the program's first year, through 2022, NJIT won just 7 games and lost 97. That's a lot of heartache and heartbreak. And it wasn't just about the losses. There were often no home fields for games or for practices. The memories of the way they dealt with those challenges are legendary.
We didn't have a conference, we didn't have a field, so we were commuting on a bus to West Orange every day. The old athletic training room was only 4 tables versus 8 that we have now, and the ice bath was a little garbage can. And then we were down at Rutgers, Newark. Guys are carrying wagons with ball buckets and they're crossing the street, and it's happened where a wheel broke and a bucket of balls just rolled down the avenue.
It was tough, having to get on a bus at 5:30 every morning and commute to West Orange, and it was exhausting. It was a toll. My senior year, we were able to play our games at Rutgers Newark, which felt like the best thing in the world at the time.
There was a lot that we didn't have. You could say it wasn't enjoyable, it wasn't easy, but it built character.
We were mocked for sure. There's a lot of mean people out there that like to hit you while you're down, so we definitely face some mocking from that.
I believe it's just started with communication from Coach Wolf on his first day. He's spoken previously about, the respect they were looking for when they go home over breaks and everything. And he just was a spark plug that relit the spark in this team.
When you sit and meet Eric and talk to Eric, he's a very impressive person, and he had a vision and he had a plan. When you go through these interviews, there's a lot of people and there's a lot of choices. And, a lot of times when you interview someone, there's a click, and he had it.
The losing took a toll on the Highlanders, so much so they would expect to lose, even in close games. Coach Wolf had to teach this team how to win and how to believe they were good enough to win.
Spending time with people, and I think when you make your message super clear about this is what we're doing and this is how we're going to go about doing it, you don't complicate the process of getting there.
So our big thing was to make sure that these teams know the style of lacrosse that we play, and I think that we did a good job of commanding that respect last year.
A lot of it, comes down to our head coach. He does a great job of just breathing confidence into those guys, letting them know that they're the best team on any given day. We talk about being fast, physical, and organized, and you do the work off the field, it's gonna pay off on game day.
I could just tell how much Coach Wolf cared. It felt like you weren't just a number to him. He really cared about me deeply as a person. And then, of course, these facilities were just unbelievable.
We had the WEC for 2 years, and when we moved in here, felt like heaven on earth.
I would put our weight room against any school that we have in our conference. We have everything that we could ask for.
The Highlanders opened the season with a victory over St. John's of the Big East. They knocked off Siena, who was projected to win the MAAC conference. They took care of Mount St. Mary's, who won the MAAC regular season crown last year. And they took care of Monmouth in overtime after trailing by multiple goals in both the third and fourth quarters. No wonder why their early season victories resonate in the college lacrosse world.
I don't know if anyone would have expected us to be 6-0 besides ourselves. It was a matter of time before things clicked, and we're seeing the fruits of our labor now.
I wouldn't consider this a miracle at all. I would just consider this a bunch of hardworking 18 to 22-year-old kids. Together, they form a great team.
Just this mentality of us working hard, and we make the small plays, and the small plays add up to the big plays. We do the right thing. We put a lot of work outside of practice, and we do what the coaches ask us to do, and we trust them. When all those things add up together in the game time, there's never a worry of, we might lose this one, We're never out of it. How close everyone is, we eat pretty much every meal together, and it's just amazing. We're all best friends.
I don't think there's another senior group in the country that's been through as much adversity as us. I mean, freshman year was that COVID year. Everybody got sent home in March. We go through a winless season in 2022. The uncertainty of a coaching change after that year. So it's been somewhat of a crazy ride.
Their nickname is the Highlanders, but you might as well call them the Cardiac Kids. NJIT has won 3 games by 1 goal and 1 game by 2 goals. They've won 2 overtime thrillers, and they are always overcoming deficits late. The Monmouth game was a prime example. Trailing 13-10 in the 4th, they scored 3 goals to tie and then won it in the extra session 14-13. Yes, this team plays their best when the pressure is on.
They've been coming back from behind so much that they all know how to do it and no one panics. Everyone is very cool-headed and they know we're going to get back in this game no matter what.
I would say they more than just like each other, that they love each other, that they're brothers out there.
Was there something that led you guys to believe that you could beat anybody?
I would say probably the Siena game because that was our first overtime win. We had never led in that game until we won. We had already believed it, but it just proved to us we can play with anyone.
Heading into a Wednesday game after playing on Sunday, night game at our home field, I just brought it down and just remembering what Coach taught me. All right, just look at the guy sliding at me. Nothing happened, shot, goal, tied up, and just trusting our teammates to take care of business when we went into overtime.
There's no secret sauce for the Highlanders' success, but there is a shoe leather mentality. It's a program built on the strength of work ethic and toughness, Jersey toughness.
Every game, coaches just say to us, go out, do what you're good at. And, for me, that's just being, 6'4", 230-pound defenseman, throwing kids around whenever I can, making plays when I can. These guys are tough. These are some of the toughest guys I've ever played with. They all love it. They all play together really hard. And I think people just love playing lacrosse together here.
I think we're resilient. I think we're gritty, and that's a testament really to the boys and myself, our staff. Like, we are all cut from that same cloth. None of us, had it easy. I think that absolutely defines the boys in the locker room for sure.
Every day you can see it in their eyes. The attitude they come in on a day-to-day basis, every single day.
I've really pushed is just pounding the stone, which to me is, picking up your metaphorical, hammer, checking in and going to work every day and making sure that you're putting in the time on the day-to-day basis. And you can talk about it, you can have words on the wall all you want, but if you don't breathe life into it, if guys don't understand it and they don't buy into it, then they're just words on a wall. They're empty, they're meaningless. Getting our guys to understand the why of all this and then breathing life into it, it tends to take on a little bit more meaning.
I couldn't ask for a better goalie. Liam has been a staple in our defense every year. I mean, he eats shots left and right. You think you're beat, Liam's there to save you.
Arthur, he's plays a hard-nosed brand of lacrosse. Super gritty and tough. Every ground ball, Arthur's all over. He's ready to soak a hit from an opposing defender just to get a ground ball just so he can prolong the possession. Garrett is a goal scorer. He finds the back of the net. He knows where to be at all times on the field. I mean, it'll be like a shaky play, ball's on the ground, loose ball, someone picks it up, all of a sudden it's in Garrett's stick, and the next thing you know, the ref's blowing his whistle, his hands are up, the goal's good. Really, his lacrosse IQ is something else.
During this historic start, the Highlanders have already defeated teams from the Big East, the CAA, the ASUN, and 4 teams from the MAAC.
I really think that what these guys had to do in the beginning in order to, get this thing off the ground and get it running was incredible. In order to build this, to be sitting here in this very seat, in this room, you had to have guys go in first. That is a testament to our alumni and just what they went through to get us here.
It's very humbling because we know what we went through and we knew that we wanted to make it better for the future generations of the program. We're all part of this process that started back in 2015.
I mean, a lot of the alums we've already, we've been following. We have our group chats. We're always texting about the games. I mean, this is a year prior. So last year, the year before, we're always talking about the game. But now seeing us winning, it just brings an extra level of excitement. Brings us joy that everything that we did in the past was meaningful.
I'm proud of what this program has become, and I'm sure a lot of the alumni can attest to that, that have been here before me. To see this team grow and get better each and every year, each and every day, it's something to be proud of.
Obviously, it's a lot of fun to win. I just am so happy for the seniors. They've been through the ringer a little bit, and it's so cool to see them get some wins. Get the respect that they deserve.
Highlander Nation, thank you for your support. Thank you for all those people who's believed in us through thick and thin. You guys have been there, and we're doing it for you guys.
It's a good time to be a Highlander, isn't it?
It is. It's a great time to be a Highlander.
Yeah!